Well, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to GLR's round 6. Just gonna have to get my TV set up on. Okay. There we go. I just need to sort out all of these bits, so I'm just going to leave you with the free practice, and then I will remain with commentary at the beginning of qualifying. So I will leave you on board, and I will be back shortly. Hey Dougie, I hope you're well, my man. Yeah, we're most certainly missing you, fella, but nevertheless, you most certainly need to treat yourself to a holiday. So I hope you're having a good time, fella. I think you're right, fella. I don't know whether it's worth him just jumping in a GT3. Well, it's going to be a tough fight between 46 and 678, I think. So I think we have a little bit of a change. We've got a Ginetta on board today in the 47 because he's joined in with 46. He's not going to be able to get that back now unless the server restarts. Dokie. So I am also using a new microphone today, so if there are any adjustments, please let me know. Thank you to everyone who is joining in. Kazumitsu deciding he's going to make the most of his 30 seconds.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alrighty, so we now have the beginnings of qualifying for GLR's round 6. Here at Laguna Seca. Like I said, I do hope that my microphone is working well for you guys today. Yeah, I'm investing in a few new things to make the experience better for everyone. Just going to sort out my social medias really quickly. As Frankin thought he was going to be the first. Next gen being the first to leave for this qualifying session. Just going to have a little look through the series standings and see exactly where. And Paul the Helicam man drafted in again, a very good friend of mine, so he's going to be back at it doing another brilliant job of getting everyone in shot. Where's my logo? There we go. There we go. So then, with all drivers out on track, we're going to jump on board with the 47 Ginetta, which is a new... Oh, look at that green. Green auxiliary. I'm liking that. That was very easy to see. So he's joining us in the GT4 class today. He's decided to join in the Ginetta, keep the racing a little bit closer. So we'll see how this progresses. And it looks like we're going to get a server reset in a second, so anyone that's watching, we're just probably going to get a server reset. I think we've got some lag issues. The sound of that Ferrari on the left side of my headphones there. Absolutely love the sound of that V8 Italian Ferrari. Next gen's been with a 133. We'll see what everyone else can do. We've got next gen Lager going to be putting down his lap with the coming up to the penultimate corner here at Laguna Seca. Never mind. So next gen's been still ahead of next gen's Lager, Stuart and John. Stuart in the 47, John in the 69, and obviously the 47 Ginetta is new. When I say new, he's been in the GT3 Bentley all this time, so he's gone over to a GT4. Ginetta, and number 47, an invalidated lap. So we've got Franking next to Cross, the absolute legend. We'll certainly give this man a sub. Many corner names. Interesting. Okay, we'll stay with that. Okay then, so we're just over 2 minutes left to go qualifying. And 3 people yet to put a time down. I am not sure, Dougie. We're about to find out though, I think. Kazi did want it to be reset, but it doesn't look like that's happening. Nevertheless, we will continue on as Stuart knocked half a second off his previous lap time, now in the pits. Kazimitsu. Oh, not even a tenth of a tenth. Okay then, so we just have 2 minutes left to go qualifying. Okie dokie. Everything is looking good. So hopefully we're going to treat you guys to some action today. We've got the very quick Kazi BMW GT4 M4 666 and Next Gen's Bean, who are, they seem to be sort of fighting it out quite a lot, so we'll see what happens today with regards to what they can produce on track for our viewer entertainment. And with 44 seconds left to go, Kazumitsu go over the start finish straight. Can he push on the 3.009? Yes, he can. So now he is only a 2.7 below the very quick Franken in the GT3. And he is on controller, so it might end up being quite an interesting race, nevertheless. But we're going to continue on with 10 seconds left to go qualifying, and we're going to kick off round 6 of the GLR GT3 and GT4 series here. Okie dokie, so with a max wait time of 2 minutes left to go, we've got the number 666 and the 678 Ferrari as he makes his way through the corkscrew. Probably not too much of an issue in the GT4 cars. It's a hard one because they don't have as much downforce, the GT4s. You know, you've kind of got to weigh it up. It does feel a little bit more slidey, if I'm honest, going into the corners with GT4 cars, in my opinion. Nevertheless, as he makes his way up to the start-finish straight, can he push on his second place of a 2.7? Yes, he can, a 2.436. So that's qualifying over and done with. Kazi with a bright yellow auxiliary light. I'm a big fan of that, thank you. I liked Stewart's green though, that was very easy to see. Beautiful GT3 Ferrari there. Okay, so the Ginetta is £89,000 plus VAT. That is a lot cheaper than I was expecting. Top speed of 150 mile an hour, max power of 355 brake horsepower. It's a 3.7 litre and it only weighs 1,085 kilograms. Lightweight, strong and agile, the TMKup specification G55 is designed to offer a stepping stone into global GT and prototype racing, whilst catering for career drivers and gentleman racers alike. Now, obviously, with all of these cars, you can have different options included. And obviously, this is the Ginetta pack. You can have the Ginetta series and the British GT rank. Also in the British Touring Car Championship and the BRDC, and in the Pro-Am grid format. It's an absolutely brilliant, capable car, lower power but in lower weight, so it's very nimble. We'll be maximising momentum, get around them corners a little bit quicker and get the most out of this Ginetta.
20 seconds.
So just over 10 seconds left to go, and we've got Cubs fan. There he is, the legend. We have to go on Kazi though. Or Bean. Let's go on Bean because it will lock. And Kent with the awesome looking Chevrolet there. And I was watching the British GT Alton Park when James, the world's fastest gamer 2, was racing. And there was a Ferrari on, a racing green GT3 Ferrari, and there's no Ferraris on this year's British GT track. But it just got me thinking about Kent's number 7 Chevrolet. Kazimitsu saying good luck to everyone. And a full-on race car built by Pratt & Miller Engineering, Camaro GT4R is designed to compete in the global GT4 series. Olin suspension, Brembo brakes, carbon fibre aero pieces and a 480 horsepower 6.2 litre V8. All but guaranteed success at the track in the 6 months that it's been racing. So it's new 6.2 litre V8 is an extremely heavy engine. It's not really ideal for racing. Consider we've got the V8s and Ferrari 5 litre V10 of the Audi. Chevrolet taking some evasive manoeuvres. As the grid now make their way up towards the penultimate corner here at Laguna Seca. And will the infamous corkscrew claim victim to anyone today? So as we wait for the red lights to drop, and we have that green, and we also have Next Gen's Bean with the green auxiliary lights. Big fan of that. And they make their way up to the turn 2 of Andretti hairpin as the Ginetta just happened to touch the brakes of his fellow Next Gen Bean. It looks like Kent's maybe made a position there on the the Ginetta. Can the experienced racecraft of 46 Ginetta make his way past the Chevrolet? Not yet, it seems, as they make their way through turn 5 and up towards turn 6 to the Rahal straight. See the number 47 just showing his nose there. Kazimitsu already gapping Next Gen's Bean. And through the corkscrew do they go. If they're going to lose the back end, it'll be now. The tires. And so 47 has made his way past the rear of the pack, driven by the young Kent. So it's going to be a pleasure to see him progress as he learns the very difficult craft of motorsport. Just going off into the gravel pit there. Jump on board with Next Gen Lager, now three seconds behind the 69 M4. So Stewart in the 46 Bentley, currently racing in the GT3 series, but with a lower grid count today, he's decided to jump on with the GT4s, give them a run for their money, and just put their money where their mouth is, see whether he can deliver today. And it looks like 666 Kazimitsu is making his way nearly past the GT3. I'm hoping he does. Obviously he's got to be safe as possible. But again, this is a very challenging track, and the 678 Ferrari, driven by the legend Franklin, soon to get a wheel, I think, puts a lot of his time and shows that it is possible to race on a controller, even at the very difficult Laguna Seca. So will Kazi make a move? Not sure why I've got that pit stop up there. I need to get that removed. There we go. So Franklin now looking to pull away, getting into the flow of things as they make their way up to turn 5. There is no name for this, it's literally just turn 5, turn 6. And then we have the Rahal Straight, which the GT3 Ferrari is now making his way up, as is the 666 M4. Currently doing a very good job in the GT4 series. Mikey, what's going on, my brother from another mother? The next gen's been, so 3.8 gap from the GT4s to the GT3s. We're now on board with next gen Bean, John, the absolute legend with green auxiliary lights. Hats off to you, sir. BFK. Bean flicker. I like it. I like it. BFK. 3.2 behind the very fast Kazimitsu. And usually those guys get up to some side-by-side action, especially as the GT3 pack makes its way through. Nevertheless, drivers begin to in their comfortable relative positions. We have PLY, so he's not changed his auxiliary light to maybe L8R, I don't know, but nevertheless loving the green as he makes his way through turn 5 of Laguna Seca and slingshot his way up to turn 6 on to the Rahal Straight, as Kazi in the 666 makes his way through the corkscrew. If anyone's going to be making any mistakes, it's going to be through the corkscrew. Next gen's Bean. Has made a mistake, which has now put what looks like an even gap between the 666 and 47. So we're just under 14 minutes left to go. We'll see whether the 47 Janetta can actually catch up to the 666 of Kazimitsu. Always a very stable driver. Good afternoon, Mikey. I hope you're doing well. And I know you was up till the early hours of this morning. Went to see Deej actually today. And yeah, I think he's going to get on the Guinness again when he finishes work. 47 Ginetta making his way through the corkscrew. It looks as though the drivers are set in their positions. And Kent making a pit stop, looking like the 47 might meet Kent on his exit, although it's a very strange exit. If I remember rightly, do we see him there? Yes, we do. Where is Kent going to become a dummy? Oh, he's exited the pits. I didn't know you could do that. Or has he left the pits too early? I'm not too sure. And the legend now getting into the swing of things in this very difficult track here at Laguna Seca, currently gapping the very quick 666 by as the Delta updates itself and makes his way through the corkscrew, which I can imagine is extremely difficult on controller. We've got the 69 in the pits. We've got just over 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes and 11 seconds. 12 seconds gapping between Next Gen's lager, it appears. So we've got the 678 Ferrari GT3 making his way to the pits at Laguna Seca. And we see Kazimitsu make his way past the pits. Yes, I'm probably thinking that that is a penalty, a drive-through penalty, although we're not actually seeing a stop and go or a DT for the number 7 Chevrolet. But nevertheless, maybe he just didn't capitalise on time. I don't know. We're going to continue. And let's see who can get the fastest lap today at Laguna Seca. So we've got Bean, Lager, Kazi battling it out for the fastest lap. See what Kent can do in the 7 Chevrolet, but a little bit new to the series, so
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
yeah, I know, yeah. Well, we caught it on camera. You can watch it back and learn the error of his ways of the Laguna Seca pits. It is an extremely long pit, but by no means as long as Spa, which seems to take 6 months and 6 weeks to get in and out of that one. So we're just under 10 minutes left to go. It's going to be interesting to see who can pull the fastest lap in the GT4 class. Kazumitsu leading the pack and pulling away. Perhaps, I don't know whether we can see the Delta, can we? We've got timetables here. And we can move on to the GT4s. We've got a total time, but can I move? I have to change them. Oh well, nevertheless. We're 47 in the pits with 2 minutes 44 seconds left to go. Next Gen's been maybe might catch Stewart on his way out. I'm not sure though, as he's just making his way up towards the corkscrew. Yes, wouldn't be ideal on a busy GT3 track, so it's good that we can learn these things in this situation. Next Gen being with a 66.936. Absolutely loving them numbers. I think that's similar to my Discord, 6936. In the 69 with the 666, who is currently leading. And Kent White keeps putting that pit window up. making his way up towards the penultimate corner here. We see the 666 making the most of the remaining pit stop window. I'm sure the 666 will hear the roar of the Chevrolet on the right side of his headphones. What a beautiful sound it is with their 6.5 litre V8 American built Chevrolet GT4. Yeah, we've literally got turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 that he's just gone through. Now we're coming through turn 4. I can't find any names for these. And then this left-hander is turn 5, where we want to get a good slingshot out. We've got a good fair bit of camber to utilise, so we want to get the car nice and stable as we slingshot our way up to turn 6. And then onto the Rahal Straight. So here we find Chevrolet on the Rahal Straight, making his way through the small turn here, turn 7, and into turn 8, the infamous corkscrew. So we have a name here, the corkscrew. We now make our way up to the difficult downhill, not much camber working in your favour, a little bit uphill again, unsettling the suspension. Into turn 10, right hand corner, can catch a lot of people out. You kind of got to feather the accelerator here. Up to the penultimate corner, turn 11, as he makes his way up to the start finish straight. And I'm just wondering, Dougie, how is the levels sounding with regards to, because obviously I've got a new mic that I'm testing out. Just wondering whether the levels are working, whether it just sound good, all that kind of jazz. If you could give us a little bit of feedback as we jump on board to the winner, current winner of the GT4 class, and putting pressure on the rest of the GT4 class. So he's going to bag a nice 25 points today, is Franken, for showing up. Kazumitsu in the 666 M4. Thank you, Dougie, it's good to know. Leading, it's going to be interesting to know what his standings are. With 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. It looks as though he's put a gap on the 47 Ginetta, who's gone in the GT4 to give some competition today, but unfortunately we've not been able to have. Very many battles between them, but nevertheless points will be applied, and I appreciate the drivers that have made their way here today. I hope you've all enjoyed yourself, as ultimately that is what this is all about, as we see the flashing yellow auxiliary light of the GT3 Ferrari 488 taking home P1. Being in 3rd position in the GT4, but again this is all going to affect the current standings of the series, so we'll see how that progresses. So with 3 minutes left to go, we treat you to an onboard shot of the beautiful and powerful GT4 M4. Lando's BMW and the eSports series. BMW M series have always ran V8 engines, but as technology advances, save weight to get more power. And the 6-cylinder inline 4-valve of the GT4 M4 with M twin power turbo technology, direct injection valvetronic with a 2.979 cubic centimeters capacity and an output of over 431 horsepower, depending on balance of performance. It's an absolute weapon, as the BMW brand is seen all over the motorsport scene. This next gen's been showing he has his car under great control with just under 90 seconds left to go of the race, and Kazi gapping next gen with another 2 seconds. Very familiar with his M4. Next gen in the Ginetta, perhaps. A lot of different changes going from a GT3 Bentley to a GT4 Ginetta, but he's done very well. He's managed to take away a position, a P3 position from next gen's Bean. So I'm sure they'll be having a little giggle about that one. As I appear to now have hiccups. We see the number 47 make his way up to the start-finish straight, followed by the very good friend Next Gen Bean, following Next Gen Lager. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got the hiccups. It's going to be difficult to talk. But nevertheless, we finished the race, so with Franklin making his way round, as I tense my stomach as hard as I can. I'm going to assume that the pit crew are going to call final lap. Or finish the race, rather.
The leader has finished the race.
Yes. So next to cross the line, but also at the end of the grid, we have Ken in the number 7 Chevrolet, followed by the 666 M4 of Kazimitsu, making his way through the penultimate corner here of round 6 of the GLR series in the GT4 M4, crossing the start-finish straight. Congratulations, Kazimitsu, taking home a P1, followed by the legend Stewart in the 47 Ginetta in the awesome looking green auxiliary lights, and followed by Next Gen's Bean. And as I nurse my hiccups, giving us a flash, can we get any donuts today before I love you and leave you? And we see oh no, he's gone to the pits. Can we get any donuts? I don't even think he's there. That brings to a close there we go. There we go. Ugh. Ugh.
Green light, go, go, go.
Putting them now in the pits. Hope everyone has enjoyed that. 420 on the comments. It's possible. as possible. We'll keep it rolling. So we're just suggesting another race. I'm going to see what occurs. And yeah, so just hold your line.